What's going on, everybody? Mile High back with another video. Today we're going to be going over an army. I think that was made popular by Itsu, and it's using the Super Yeti with the Electro Titans. And let me tell you, this is actually really strong. So we're going to be using, for the equipments, we're going to be using Earthquake Boots, Spiky Ball on the King, and on the Queen, I think Magic Mirror is what he was using, but I don't have it, so I'm going to be using the action figure and the healer puppet. And then for the Warden, we're going to be using the Yak to help open walls with the Eternal Tome, Healing Tome, and then we're going to be using Rocket Spear, Electro Boots. You could use the Hog Puppet as well, but this is what we're going to use here. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into a friendly challenge first to kind of show you guys how to use this, and then we'll hop into some Legend League attacks. Alright, so what I'm going to do on a base like this, I'm going to start with a Royal Champion charge, and I'm probably going to come in from up here. So we'll send our Royal Champion in here, and we're going to just basically try to get this compartment. And if we can get that compartment out of the way, we're chilling. I meant to scout this, and I accidentally went into a live attack, but we'll just do this, and then we'll back out, and then we'll attack it. Or maybe we can just get right into Legend League attacks. I'll just show you how I would do this. So then at the bottom, I'm then going to use my Queen and my Siege Barracks, and their job is to just wrap around the outside of the base and get rid of all that trash. And then we would use a wall break in right here on this wall. And then we would just push all of our troops in through here. And we got a nice little funnel keeping everything together. And of course, we've got the Yak and then the King's Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball to open up walls. So that's the plan. Very simple. Basically just funneling out each side. So that's how I go about it. So without further ado, let's go hop into some Legend League attacks now. And I'll try to put this to practice. Alright, so we got our base here. We've got... I don't like this style of base. I probably want to try to get the Monolith out with my Royal Champion. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to be dropping my Invises on about 6. Trying to get some good cycles here out of my Royal Champion. And I am playing on a new tablet. So I'm not sure how good I'm going to be. I'm not used to this massive screen, because I'm used to actually just playing on a phone. So this screen is like 10 times as big. It's making it a little bit challenging. But we're managing pretty well right now. 38. 37. We're close to that Monolith, so I'm going to drop a little bit early this time. Get as much value out here as possible, and I don't have to use all my Invises either. I can recall her out, but I definitely want the scatter shot. Maybe try to keep this Fox alive. So I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to recall her out now. Then I'm going to use my Queen down here. We'll use an early ability, and we'll get our Siege Barracks in. Then we need to wall break in. We'll get all this stuff in now. Everything else in the middle. Get our Apprentice Warden King. We're going to get another wall break in. And then we're actually going to wall break the Queen in down here as well. And we'll get in our Royal Champion. We'll get an early Rage. And now I'm just going to watch for the Clan Castle. We'll poison that. And then, okay, I'm watching for Warden ability now. I don't really need it yet. Try to delay this as long as I can while we're getting frozen up. And then, okay, let's use it now. And we'll Rage again through this core. I'm going to use the King ability now to open up these backside walls. Alright, where's our Royal Champion? I'm actually going to use the Royal Champion because we have Rocket Spear on her. I don't want her to get too far ahead. I don't even know where she's at. Okay, she was up at the top, dying to the King. Cool. I wish I would have noticed that earlier. Get a couple Wizards in for cleanup. So now, yeah, that was bad. I should have been paying attention to my Royal Champion because I forgot we're using Rocket Spear. So I'm just going to make this Super Yeti invisible now. Get through this scatter shot here. Just going to keep it invisible. I need my Yak to move in there and break this wall if at all possible. And of course, he walks over there like he's going to, and then turns around and goes the other direction and does absolutely nothing. That's cool. Even if we fail, we're not going to edit anything out, so keep that in mind. We're going to keep this 100% honest, but like I said, really bad play there with my Royal Champion. So this might not go through. Need to keep this Queen alive. She's about to go down. Unfortunately, my healers, for some reason, just refuse to heal the Queen. And yeah, we're definitely not going to make it through on this one. Really bad on my part. I saved the Invises for the Royal Champion, and I wasn't paying attention to where she was at, and I didn't hit her ability, and she walked up into the King and died, so I didn't even get to use any of the Invises on her. Really poorly played on my part. But even worst case scenario, we're going to be into the mid to high 90s here. It's probably honestly going to be a time fail. Yeah, all we got left is Wizard Towers, so this is probably, if anything, going to time fail. But we do still have a chance, actually. If we can get through that wall, we got a chance, but we're ticking down here 15, 14. Come on, break that wall. We got our Super Yetis and King. We actually got this, I think. Yeah, I think we got this. Even as poorly executed as that was, we still somehow managed to make it through. Nice 3-star. Again, Make sure you're paying attention to your Royal Champion if you're going to run Rocket Spear. If you don't want to have to stare at her, obviously use the Hog Puppet, because that can work as well. It'll just go to auto ability, and that helps. So I might actually switch to that. I'm not sure. I'll decide on the next attack. I'll catch you guys there. Alright, so on to attack number 2 here again. Man, I hate these. I didn't want these ones with the TownHall and the core. These aren't my favorite. Where do we want to send this Royal Champion from? Man, this one's tough. I kind of want to path over top of that Giga Bomb. Actually, no, we got both Fire Spitters at the top. So I'm going to do this, actually. I'm going to come in from over here with the Royal Champion. I need to try to focus up here and watch my timing. It's kind of hard to do while I'm talking. I'm really bad at it. That's why I don't normally do live attacks. It's hard for me to, especially with the Royal Champion charge. It's hard for me to focus because you got to count. Okay, on 6, we'll drop our next. Unfortunately, our Fox was not in the invis for some stupid reason. So I'm going to let this go, and then I'm actually going to go to the 7 and 3 timing now, just to try to keep my Fox alive. 6, 4, 33. Okay, I don't really need any of this value, to be honest, so I'm just going to recall out as soon as that bomb tower goes down. Now I want to come in from behind the Fire Spitter, so I'm going to use my Queen up here. Early ability, we'll get our Siege Barracks in, open up this wall. We're going to drop one Super Yeti over there, just kind of set that side of the funnel. And we'll get everything in and moving here. Got that wall open, so we're going to drop one more wall breaker here. Get that one open as well. And I'm actually going to sprinkle in another one. I hope... Oh, I accidentally pressed that. Okay, we're going to get the poison down. You really don't need the poison with this because you have your Electro Titans, obviously. But I'm running it anyway, just in case. It does help, you know, with like Super Dragon, stuff like that, just to make sure it goes down quicker. We're going to rage in this core here. Alright, where is my Royal Champion? Oh, she's dead again. Cool. Just like I said not to do in the last one, I do it again. So I definitely need to switch to Hog Puppet because I can't focus on talking and doing all this at the same time, obviously, because I blew it again. We're going to use our Earthquake Boots. That way it opens up that bottom compartment down there as well. Where do I want to use these invises now? Man, our Queen is weak, and for some reason the healers refuse to heal up the Queen, even though that's literally what they're for. But, oh well. I mean, she even has her own healers built in with her ability. I'm just going to try to keep this King alive just a little bit longer to tank for us. That's basically all we're doing, because we can't really get that much value out of it. Because the Queen and the Royal Champion, the troops we would normally want to use on her, both dead. Or the invis is on, rather, not on her. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, this is frustrating. I let my Royal Champion die again. Why do I keep doing that? Normally I'm pretty good about it, but when I'm trying to do live attacks, I have a really hard time focusing, and I end up losing my Royal Champion. So maybe I'm just going to use that Rocket Spear earlier this time. Not have to worry about it. That or go to the Hog Puppet. I might do that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll decide after this attack. But we are going to fall short on this one, it appears. It is going to be high 90s, or mid 90s rather. Yeah, not the best attack. Poorly executed again on my part, but I'm not going to cut anything out. I'm going to leave everything in just to show you guys what could happen. Worst case scenario if you do mess up. But that was a really poorly executed attack, and we still get 94%, so it's not terrible. Let's go hop into another one. Alright, into another attack. We got a similar style base again. Why do I keep getting these bases? But I can see there's lots of value down here for the Royal Champion. So that's what we're going to do. I don't even really have to look at it. 57, 56. She should go in towards that monolith, and of course she doesn't. So now I'm going to have to drop another invis. Man, I am really struggling, and now you guys see why I don't do live attacks generally. And she's not pathing in at all. I wanted her to go to the monolith. She is wandering, but if we can at least get the Fire Spitters, that's cool. And of course, this was a heavily baited area, so we're going to go to 7 and 3 timing, because I don't want to lose my Fox this early. She's so weak. My Royal Champion's weak as well, so it'd just be too risky to not do that. Alright, we're going to actually use... We're going to call that good, honestly. We did not get the value we were looking for. So now I'm trying to decide where I want to come in from. I'm going to use a couple wizards over here to funnel this stuff out, because I am actually going to come in from the bottom here. So we'll drop this stuff in. We'll wall break. We're going to wall break over here as well. Get our king in. All the rest of our troops. Okay. Now, where do I want to wall break again? Okay, I'm just going to... Okay, the wall break targets the completely wrong wall. That is so annoying. Man, I am getting so tilted right now. Might have to use my Warden ability here in a second. Actually, I'm going to use my Rocket Spear now before I forget, because I want it to actually snipe out that Town Hall. That'll be really good for me. I'm going to get my first Rage down. And then when do I want to use the Warden ability? Okay, we'll use it now. World Champion sniping out the Town Hall. That's why I do like having the Rocket Spears, just for situations like that, where you got that isolated core, and then you can use your Rocket Spear to take that Town Hall down. We're going to poison these archers. I'm going to kind of watch my Royal Champion here. I don't think I can get much more value from her, so I don't think it'd be worth it using the Invis, just for the fact that she's targeted by the Ground Expo, and we've also got the Ice Golems are on her anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. We're just going to save that Invis, see if we can maybe get some use out of it at the end of the attack. This isn't the style of base I even like attacking with this. I like doing it with Town Halls on the edge, which you see a lot. But of course I go to use this, and then we don't see any bases like that at all. We'll get these isolated cores, but that's exactly what the Rocket Spear is for, if you don't forget to use it too early and let your World Champion go down, as I clearly like to do. Yeah, we'll use our King ability, and we're chilling on this one. This wasn't the highest level base, obviously. We're just going to drop our Invis in. That was a crushing 3-star. So we made up for our last terrible attack, but it is what it is. As you see there, that's how you're supposed to execute the Rocket Spear. You're supposed to use it to snipe out those isolated cores. And if not, you can just use it early to make sure you don't have it go to waste like I did. 2 attacks in a row, even though I said not to do it the first time. I did it again the second time. So you can learn from my mistakes, but this is a really fun attack. I really enjoy it. So let me know in the comments how it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next video.